Can God create a rock that is too heavy for him to lift? If you answer no, God cannot create such a rock, you are indirectly saying that God is not all-powerful, because if God is all-powerful, he should be able to create anything, including a rock that is too heavy for him to lift. But if you answer yes, God can create such a rock, you are also indirectly saying that God is not all-powerful, because if God created a rock that was too heavy for him to lift, there would now be something that he could not lift, that is the rock he just created, and therefore he would not be all-powerful. So, how do you answer this question? You answer it by questioning the concept of a rock that is too heavy for God to lift. Let's analyze this concept for a second. What exactly is a rock that is too heavy for God to lift? It would have to be an infinitely heavy rock. God possesses infinite power, so a rock that is too heavy for him to lift would have to be infinitely heavy. And what can we say about an infinitely heavy rock? It is a logical contradiction, a logical impossibility. Let me explain. First, what exactly is a rock? A rock is a created thing. It is a thing created by God. There are only two categories of things that exist. There is the creator, and then there is the created thing, or creature. Only God is creator. Everything else is a created thing or creature. There is nothing outside of these two categories. A rock is in the category of created things. And what do we know about created things? They are by nature finite, not infinite. So a rock is finite. It is not infinite. It also cannot possess a property that is infinite, a property like weight. There is only one being who is infinite, and that being is God. According to Christianity, the attribute of infinity is an incommunicable attribute. And what is an incommunicable attribute? It is an attribute of God that he cannot share with creatures. It is an attribute that God alone can possess by virtue of his divine essence or divine nature. Now let's go back to the concept of an infinitely heavy rock. We just established that a rock is by nature finite. An infinitely heavy rock is a thing that is both infinite and finite at the same time. But a thing that is both infinite and finite at the same time is a logical contradiction. Therefore, an infinitely heavy rock is a logical contradiction, a logical impossibility, a thing that cannot possibly exist. A logical impossibility is a non-entity. It is a no thing or nothing. And God cannot create a non-entity, a no thing, or logical impossibility. So, we can conclude that an infinitely heavy rock is a logical contradiction that cannot possibly exist.